I have been an artist and entrepreneur most of my adult life. And in the years of starting companies, nonprofits, and also consulting, coaching, pastoring, athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, people like that, I have learned that what we think makes us achieve less and stress more is actually not true. What's under the surface, the three main reasons why we plateau, and how we can achieve more and stress less, I want to unpack this today for you on Headspace. Here we go. First, it's not stress, it's our inability to manage stress, right? Stress is just a signal of perceived danger, and it comes with any upward motion. Anywhere you want to go, anywhere you want to do better, stress will be right there waiting for you. So if you think about it, I was a young artist. I was worrying about money. I was worrying about music. I was worrying about, are people going to like my song? How do I get noticed? How do I get representation? How do I get the right band? How do I get people to actually notice that I'm trying to do something good? And then as you grow, you get your first gigs. Oh, they liked me, but the press, what do they think of me? And then you get to a point where you have tens of thousands of people watching you or listening to you or coming to your shows. And then the pressures build up. Endorsement deals, money, conflict. Any small thing in the press that is negative bothers you now because you think everybody's reading this thing. So I can project that in entrepreneurship. It's the same thing. You start something new. You want to start a product or a service, and the product is probably not as good as it can be, or the service, and you have to improve it. Then you have to find clients. You have to also work on delivering it to the clients. You have to work on marketing. You have to work on administration, on financing. You have to understand how these things fit together. How do you recruit the best people? How do you keep the best people? All of those things come with stress, all the way up to great success, right? Millions of people are buying your product, and now you have to maintain reputation. You want to look out for the competition, and on and on and on and on. And what happens is, at any given point, there's a lot of stress. It's actually daily. When I work with my clients, I basically tell them it's not about the stress, it's about managing stress, and you have to develop the ability to win the day. Every single day will come with its stressors. Every single day, if you allow this to take over, you're biochemically limited from progress. You're filled with stress hormones. You can't think creatively. You can't be flexible. You can't maneuver well. You lose energy, lose enthusiasm. You're sort of paralyzed. You're in survival mode. To turn that around is the skill that you need. It's not about the stress. It's about management of stress. How do you turn around stress in under an hour so you can still win the day? And that's, I think, the big win in this particular situation. It's not your circumstances, it's your slow movement in the right direction. See, changing circumstances are actually the only constant in life. So if you blame that, you might as well give up now, right? What you need is movement in the right direction. And for that, you need to adopt a style of learning that I call exponential learning. What is that? It's immersive learning in the way that you would learn as a child, or you would learn a language when you move to another country where you're completely immersed and focused, plus action. You implement. You learn, you implement, you learn, you implement, and you give it a lot of your time, let's say 1, 2, 3 hours a day. I think that's a good amount of time. And then determining what gaps do you have in where you want to go. Okay, what am I missing specifically? And then break down the gap into smaller gaps and then apply exponential learning, immersive learning plus implementation to bridge that gap, and then the next gap, and then the next gap. What that's going to do is going to give you a specific direction, and it's going to increase your speed. So again, to the example of entrepreneur and artist. As an artist, you want to stop focusing on all the other things. You don't focus on admin because you don't have admin. You don't focus on staff because you don't have staff. All you do is focus on the songs, the stories you want to tell, how to record them, how to sing them, how to perform them, and you accelerate that growth instead of focusing on the complexities. And the complexities come later. And if you notice, a lot of the artists have their best music, usually first album, second album. For that same reason, starting a new business is so hard, because there's so many changing circumstances all the time. And you need to choose what to focus, how to prioritize that, what the gaps are, and then take one gap at a time in a focused manner and accelerate. And that's how you build a new venture. It's not lack of resources, it's lack of resourcefulness. Think about this. A diluted effort brings a diluted outcome. Remove everything that drains, diminishes, and distracts you as someone who wants to move forward and achieve more. Let me give you some examples. What drains your time? Do you binge on Netflix? Do you play video games for way too long? Do you stay stuck on TikTok, looking at things that don't add anything to your life? What drains your energy? Is it a toxic relationship? Is it something that's really discouraging you and you really can't find the courage to get rid of it? What drains your inspiration? What drains your focus? A cluttered schedule? Too many things to do? What drains you of your joy? What drains you of your joy? Because joy is a great fuel for innovation and forward motion. What slows me down and dilutes my outcomes is ADD, attention deficit disorder, and side projects. ADD is really great when you want to hyper focus, and then if the environment is not good, then you get distracted and you get nothing done, basically. So that happens to me quite a bit. I need to really keep an eye on that. And the other thing is sort of professional ADD, essentially, which is side projects. I'm a passionate creative guy, so I start a nonprofit here, an initiative there, and it dilutes my efforts and dilutes my outcomes. So my question to you is this: what are you willing to say no to speed up your progress and to achieve more? That's a difficult question to answer, actually, especially if the question is, who will you say no to? And can you weigh the drag, the slowing down, the diluted outcome with the goal that you want to achieve? And that will help you actually make those decisions. I hope this was helpful to you. The three things that give us plateaus, that slow us down, are really under the surface different than what we think they are. So if you want to learn more about this, you can sign up to my newsletter. It comes out every Sunday for free. It's going to be in your inbox. Another valuable tool you may enjoy is our personalized exponential score. You can get it at the link below. And basically, it will ask you a bunch of questions and generate a very detailed, comprehensive report that you could use as a guiding light for next steps on how to grow your life in all kinds of directions. Thank you again for being part of Headspace. We don't take it for granted. I appreciate it, and I'm grateful for your time and attention. I hope we have added value to your life. Please communicate with us very freely. You can ask us any question or request any topic that you want to see in the future on the channel, on the podcast, or on the newsletter. Thanks again.